This is Born Strategist. In this video, I'm going to be asking as well as answering the following question. Why is Call of Duty so popular? Now, for the few of you that are unfamiliar with Call of Duty is commonly referred to as a Twitch shooter. But what is a Twitch shooter? A Twitch shooter is something that is so fast paced that it requires Twitch like reflexes to play and play well. Now, Call of Duty is something that is commonly played on mid to close range maps and requires Twitch like reflexes to be able to keep up with others in the environment. Now, not only are the maps small and the hand-eye coordination key to your success in Call of Duty, but it also requires a great deal of situational awareness. Because what happens a lot of the time in Call of Duty is that you could be running around the map, running and gunning, as a lot of people like to call it, and unsuspectedly wander right into the enemy's spawn. Now, in Call of Duty, for those of you that don't know, Call of Duty has instantaneous spawns, meaning if you get killed, you can spawn back instantaneously. Now, this alone, in case you haven't already gathered, is part of the reason why Call of Duty is so popular. Now, Call of Duty is popular because it caters to a very short attention span. Now, I know a lot of you may think, oh wow, that's a terrible thing to say about the Call of Duty community. But the facts are the facts. Attention spans are extremely short. People are diagnosed with ADHD all the time, which I find, quite frankly, stupid considering that everyone has a very short attention span nowadays because, let's face it, it's a very fast paced working environment. You're expected to go to a job, 8 to 12 hours a day, drive home through probably about 1 to 2 hours worth of traffic on average, depending on where you live, and take care of a family or maybe spend some time with a significant other or do whatever else is required of you. And as a result of that, people just don't have a lot of time to spend on particular things. So when it comes to games like Call of Duty, this is an ideal game for people like that to play, because if you just want to get into a couple of matches and then go to bed and wake up and repeat the whole process that you normally go through on a daily basis, then you could do that with Call of Duty because the matches are short, the maps are small, enemies are everywhere, and spawning is instantaneous. Because let's be honest with ourselves here, this is once again a very short attention span society, meaning that we don't really want to put forth the time, effort, and energy into waiting. Being patient is passe. It's not something that a lot of people like to do, nor do they wish to do. And as a result of that, games like Call of Duty are very popular because, let's face it, it's all about running and gunning, as everyone likes to call it. It's a really fast paced environment that requires very little time to play if you just want to hop in through a couple of matches, and then you can go ahead and get out and move on with whatever else you're doing. Now, we've seen games try to emulate the success of Call of Duty, but it didn't really work out for them too well. I mean, we saw Medal of Honor come back for, I believe, 2 generations, and then it disappeared. We've seen other games that weren't initially action-oriented shooters start to turn into that so that they could also garner some of the success that Call of Duty is known for. But aside from that, it's something that is different from the Halo games that you're used to, or maybe the Ghost Recon games. They have a very fast paced feel. And it's very different to Battlefield as well, because Battlefield is known for its really big destructive maps, meaning that if you want to drive around in a Jeep or a tank or maybe fly around in a jet or a helicopter, you can do that because the maps are big enough to support that style of play, to where you can't necessarily do that in Call of Duty. It's not known for tanks versus tanks or tanks versus helicopters or helicopters versus fighter jets or whatever it is. It's known for gun versus gun gameplay. So if you're a person that can't stand, the time that is required to kill a Spartan in Halo, or the massive amount of ammunition that is required to take down a lot of these bullet sponge bosses that you see in these single player campaigns, then obviously this game is going to be ideal for you because you can kill quickly and be killed quickly. And if you are killed, you don't have to worry about the spawn delays that you'll see in other games because you could just instantly hit the spawn button and you're right back into the action. Now, granted, you could get spawn killed in the process, or you could go on a murderous rampage and murder a lot of people and get a bunch of, kill streaks or support streaks or whatever they're called now and reap your bloody vengeance. Now, admittedly, Call of Duty isn't really known for its, smart, strategic, tactical style of play. It's more of flanking, rushing, and running and gunning. And there's nothing wrong with that because it gives you an alternative. Because if you don't want to play like a slow, sluggish tactical shooter that's more realistic, you can go and play this very twitchy style of shooter instead. Now, for those of you that say, well, all you have to do is point and shoot and anyone can kill anybody, yeah, that's true, but every game, regardless of how simplistic or how heavily detailed, requires a measure of skill to play. And Call of Duty is no different. Now, granted, I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, and I don't hate Call of Duty. I'm lukewarm about Call of Duty. And I would like to see some drastic improvements, but at the same time, you don't want to change too much because you don't want to alienate your core demographic. Granted, some criticism is warranted because, let's face it, some of the things that appear in Call of Duty, such as terrible spawns or map manipulations or overpowered kill streaks like we've seen in the past, may, deter a lot of people. Not to mention that there is a great deal of hostility when it comes to the community because, let's face it, I think Call of Duty, more so than any other game, is notorious for trash talking. Aside from that, when you're playing in public matches, you don't really see very much team coordination or chemistry or cooperation. And as a result of that, you'll probably be deterred if you're a person that likes to play with a group of other individuals and play on a competitive level against other teams. You may have to go find one of your own because if not, you're going to be reduced to playing public matches and you're not going to find any semblance of strategy, teamwork, or coordination. With that said, thanks for watching. And for more objective reviews, strategy guides, commentaries, and more, stay tuned to this channel.